Hello everybody, this is Bebo, and today I'm here with Andrew from USAopoly, and we are taking a look at the new Samurai Jack game.
Yes, this is Samurai Jack Back to the Past. We have debuted this at Gen Con, so this is the first time anyone is getting a chance to play it this weekend.
Yay.
It's available now, and it's also available at your local game store, so if you missed out on attending the show, feel free to check out your local game store, and you can find the game there too.
Awesome. All right, well, what does this game entail? I know nothing about it.
Nothing about Samurai Jack? Well, to give you a quick 2-second overview, Jack is this samurai warrior who was poised to defeat this evil demon overlord Aku. And right at the last minute, Aku cast a spell and threw Jack into the future. And in the interim, Aku is able to take over the world, and so that when Jack arrives in the future, it's all terrible and Aku rules everything. So his mission is to get back to the past and defeat Aku and right all the wrongs that have been inflicted upon the world in the interrupting years when Aku had a chance to reign supreme with no samurai to stop him. So, this game is set around the 5th and final season of the show, which has Jack at his lowest point where he's been stuck in the future and his efforts to defeat Aku have been fruitless. And it brings together all the characters from the past seasons. So what you're going to be doing is playing as one of these characters supporting Jack in his efforts to try and defeat Aku. So nobody's playing as Jack, nobody's playing as Aku, and we have a choice of one of 5 characters. We can either be playing as the Monkey Man, Ashi, the Scotsman, Max, the robot, or the Canine Archaeologist. The way the game works is we're trying to earn those honor points over 3 rounds, traveling along this path, following Jack in his journey to try and defeat Aku's villainous minions, and ultimately defeat Aku in his final form.
Okay.
So the mechanics of the game are really simple. There's 2 phases to it. Everyone's going to have a hand of 5 movement cards that correlate to each of the 5 locations. So you've got jungle, desert, ruins, field, and city. And on your turn, first you're going to move Jack by revealing a movement card for him. He advances to that next location along the path. Then each player is going to secretly reveal one of their 5 movement cards. And what you're going to be doing is trying to advance to locations along the path to collect these support cards. We have an action selection phase that then triggers some set collection. Because these cards, these support cards, you need to collect particular sets to match the icons to defeat the villains here. So, in order to earn 8 points and be the most helpful in defeating these Tiger Men, you have to collect a trait, an ally, and 2 weapons. And each spot can only be claimed by 1 player. So you're having to kind of manage your movement, your options, pick up the limited amount of support cards that are available, because once these are gone, they're gone for the round. Mm-hmm. So you're competing with the other players to get the right sets and then get to the villain first with the right set in order to earn the most points. So you can get shut out if someone beats you to a spot at the end of each leg of the path. Each card can only be played once until you go through all your cards.
Then
you
get them all back to your hands.
Yep. There's a special action you can take when you go to your location, your color. You also get to pick your cards back up. So if I go to the jungle, because that's where the Monkey Man is home, I get to pick up all my movement cards, but otherwise you have to cycle through. So you can get a sense of who can go where and when. And positioning is also important on the track, because it uses whoever's at the back of the pack gets to move first, but then whoever's at the front of the pack gets to pick first. So you're jockeying for locations all along the way to make sure you get what you need before somebody else maybe steals a card out from under you, so you can't finish your set.
Awesome.
Right. So we reveal for Jack. Then each of the players is going to choose and reveal one of their movement cards.
Simultaneously?
Uh-huh. So you can just pick one, and okay, I'll pick that. And there, reveal. All right. So you're going to the jungle, and then I'm going to the fields. And then with 2 players, we have a 3rd player NPC that can also collect cards. We just reveal for that. He also goes to the jungle. And then Aku is following us around and just causing havoc and chaos. So we also reveal for Aku.
Oh, no.
It's okay. He goes to the ruins. He only stymies your plans if he's in a location with you. So if he was here, I would not get to collect a card this round. At all? He just is causing chaos and blocking my actions. And because what he likes to do is just kind of throw chaos and fling people through portals, your next movement is random. You don't get to pick where you want to go.
Okay.
So you want to try and avoid him if you can, but he always is going to move last, so there's some unpredictability and chaos to it.
Interesting.
Yeah. After we've all moved, then we get to collect, and we do that from front to back. So I would collect one of the cards from the field. I'm going to take this one here because it counts as one of two different things, so I've got some flexibility there, sort of as a wild card.
And you can pick it. It doesn't go in a certain order.
Well, the order, I get to pick first because I'm at the front of the path. Then you get to pick next, and you pick from, but you have to pick from the jungle.
Yeah,
where you are.
I just meant like the order of the cards out here.
Oh, you can pick any of the 3 that are available at that location.
Okay, great.
Right.
So I could pick up this one, for
Yep.
example.
And then if there's an NPC, they'll always just take the bottom one from the stack and kind of set it aside. It's just to kind of manage for for less than the 3 players.
And so does
Like-
this play up to 5 players then?
It does, yeah. So
Awesome.
the option to play with 2 more players. The other thing that I didn't mention is that we also are trying to keep Jack on the path that's right and safe and narrow. So when he's by himself, his sanity starts to degrade. And over the course of the game, every time he's not accompanied by one of the players, the sanity meter is going to progress. And if it reaches the end of the track, he's been driven insane and delves into madness, and we all lose. So there's a semi-co-op element to it, where we have to kind of make sure that at points along the way, we're accompanying Jack, but we also have to manage it against the options to pick up the cards we need to fill the sets and earn points.
That's adorable.
So gameplay proceeds in that way. We would take another turn by advancing Jack, and then we all move. And so in this case, I can't even stay with him because I have to keep going along the path. So,
Right.
I might say like, well, we were already progressing his sanity meter, so maybe somebody wants to go to the field, but you're like, yeah, but I don't want any cards that are there, so, I'm going to take the selfish choice. Or you're like, okay, maybe I'll take the selfless choice, because you at least get rewarded by gaining a point when you stay with him, so there is some incentive there as well.
Well, I do want to go there, so
All right. And
I'll come keep Jack company.
All right. I'm going to go all the way to the city.
Whoa, way ahead.
So I might be trying to get through the path first. Maybe I'm going to try and score less points, but make sure I guarantee myself scoring some points along the way. We would move for him. He goes all the way way up here to the next jungle, and then we move for Aku. So there's a perfect example. Aku ends up in the city with me, so I don't get to collect anything.
No.
You get a point for being with Jack, and you get to collect a card from the field.
Right, and I want this freedom card to match my patience card so I can guarantee myself some points over here because there's 2 leaves over there.
Absolutely. That seems like a good play. So we would continue to do this, advancing Jack, moving the players, and advancing Aku. And then when you reach the end of each leg of the journey, if you have a set matching the indicated icons listed there, you turn those cards in, and you're going to earn that many points. But again, each spot can only be claimed once. So once somebody gets there and gets those points, if you have that, too bad, you're out of luck, and you don't get any points that round for that. Hopefully you have something to fulfill one of the other sets.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you do get to hold on to your cards, and maybe you can make use of them in the next round, because you're going to play over 3 rounds, and at the end of the 3rd round, we're going to eventually face off against Aku, and you can see that he requires bigger sets, but is
Right.
worth more points. And then at the end of the 3rd round, who has ever collected the most honor points wins the game.
Awesome.
So
And-
really simple mechanics, really very straightforward, very streamlined, but I think offers a lot of interesting kind of subtle strategic decisions about how you play your cards, what you're collecting, what everybody else is doing. Also how you learn to cooperate a little bit and make sure that Jack makes it all the way to the end safely too.
Definitely. So are you the designer for this?
I am.
You are. That's
Yes.
amazing. How
Thank
much
you.
Samurai Jack did you have to watch to get this just right?
Well, fortunately, I was already a fan of the show.
Right.
So I was already very familiar with it. So it kind of just came as second nature. But I definitely went back and rewatched a lot of the episodes, more for nostalgia's sake than anything else, but also to make sure we had the right mix of characters and the right mix of cards that kind of highlighted all of the really cool and iconic moments from over the 5 years, the 5 seasons of the show.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. And again, hopefully everybody will be really excited about checking this game out. It's available now. It's $35.
Yeah.
Comes with everything you see here. I'll point out that these minis come pre-painted, and I think they really turned out pretty gorgeous.
They're so pretty.
I know everyone's really excited about having a little Aku to run around and torment Jack. So, yeah, check it out. Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks so much. And thank you guys for watching. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Be bold, play games, be you. Happy gaming.